Saquon Barkley has made a living from being one of the hardest guys to tackle in NFL history. With his massive quads and blazing speed, he's the epitome of athletic greatness, and he has been rewarded handsomely for it. But there's more than just big quads and flashy cars to Saquon. This is a guy who prides himself on living by the Mamba mentality, putting his family first and doing good by the people around him. This is an inside look at the unexpected and inspiring lifestyle of Saquon Barkley. The NFL is full of huge personalities, high-octane action, and stacks of cash. From divas to Walter Payton Man of the Year winners, it has all sorts. And Saquon Barkley is absolutely one of the biggest names out there. The former Giants running back has found a home in Philadelphia where his talents can be fully unleashed, delivering a level of footballing excellence that even some of his peers can only dream of. 2,000 yards on the ground, a first-team All-Pro selection, and a jaw-dropping backward hurdle are some of the many things to emerge from a 2024 season for the ages from Saquon Barkley. Nevertheless, arrogance and swagger are two things you won't see from the Eagles running back. This is a guy who appreciates his opportunity in life and wants to use it to produce as much goodness as possible for him, his family, his community, and those around him. He lives by the Mamba mentality. So much so that he actually penned a letter to the great Kobe Bryant in 2019 as he was entering his second season in the league. In this letter, he writes that the best legacy starts humbly and lasts long after your reign is over. You have proven that. In this letter to Kobe, Saquon goes on to say that legacy can only be created through impacting others in a positive way, and points out that there were only 14 Kobes when Bryant was born, whereas now there are thousands. He wraps the video up by saying, "I just hope one day I can inspire others the way you inspired me." This is an attitude that pops up time and time again whenever you look into the lifestyle of Saquon Barkley, and it tells you all you need to know about the way that he wants to lead his life. Legacy is what matters most. Even during the 2024 NFL season, when he had the opportunity to beat his career-high rushing yardage total against his old team, the New York Giants, Barkley instead opted to stand down, saying, "I'd rather see the young boys eat." That selfless attitude made Saquon an instant favorite in the Philly locker room, and his performances on the football field have made him an instant hero with the fan base. He eventually beat that career-high mark later in the 2024 season anyway, landing 255 yards on the LA Rams in Week 12 before crossing the 200-yard mark against the same team again in the divisional round of the playoffs. Of course, one of the benefits of delivering at a consistently high level in the NFL is that you do earn a pretty penny. For Saquon, the 2024 season proved to be particularly lucrative. Alongside the 3-year, $37.75 million deal he signed at the beginning of the season, Barkley has made a killing from incentives. He received $500,000 for earning his first-team All-Pro selection, in addition to $250,000 each for his Pro Bowl nod, passing 1,500 yards, 2,000 yards, and the conference championship win. Should the Eagles go on to win the Super Bowl, that would be another $250K as well. The combination of Barkley's salary earnings and bonuses means that he is very well remunerated, but he also has a long list of endorsements that he is benefiting from. As one of the most talented offensive playmakers in the NFL, he has no shortage of companies wanting him to represent their product, leading him to sign lucrative deals with Bose, Dunkin' Donuts, Pepsi, Toyota Motor, Visa, Uber Eats, and more. His most high-profile deal, though, has to be with Nike, who are quick to capitalize on their athletes' outrageous talent during the 2024 season. Against the Jacksonville Jaguars, Saquon Barkley went viral for his outrageous backward hurdle, which Nike swiftly immortalized in a classy ad. This ad simply showed a still shot of Saquon's hurdle with the word "witness" written in reverse above the iconic Nike tick. To make matters even better, Barkley just happened to be wearing Nike LeBron 4s when pulling off the move, which certainly caught the eye of the NBA legend. All in all, Saquon Barkley is unlikely to be short of cash anytime soon, but that doesn't mean he's getting complacent. When he first entered the NFL, he told ESPN that his plan was to not touch his salary, instead making the most of his marketability and living off his endorsement deals. He told ESPN, "I want to invest it, put it in the right people's hands, and learn as I continue to make investments, and just live off the endorsement deals." This attitude to investing has stayed strong throughout his career. He explained on Anthony Pompliano's The Best Business Show that he wanted to create generational wealth for his family, citing recent injuries as a reminder of how fragile his career is and how it could end at any moment. Simply handing over his money for someone else to manage wasn't going to be the way for Barkley, though. To combat the effects of rising inflation in the US, Saquon dug into the wonderful world of cryptocurrencies, to the extent that in 2021, he decided he would take all of his marketing money in Bitcoin. At the time of the release of that video, Bitcoin was priced at $34,000. At the time of release of this video, Bitcoin is hovering around the $100,000 mark, which suggests Saquon has made some healthy returns from that decision. It's clear that Barkley takes great care with his wealth and puts a lot of thought into how he can maximize those earnings to best set up him and his family for comfort later in life, whilst also being able to pass down his wealth to many future generations to come. It is this that sets him apart from many other NFL players. There are no posts about his flashy cars and big mansions, just a dedication to doing the best for him and his family. And to that exact point, the first thing that Saquon purchased with his first ever paycheck was a house. Not for him, but for his parents. He told ESPN that he'd promised his mom a house around the age of 2 or 3, saying, "My family has been through so much and made so many sacrifices for my brothers and sisters." Of course, Saquon Barkley undoubtedly splashes some cash on himself as well, although he keeps that largely private. The one glamorous purchase that we know for sure he has treated himself to is jewelry, which he can often be seen wearing during games. The most notable item we have seen from his collection are these awesome earrings worn to honor Kobe Bryant. The open letter he penned to his hero tells us all we need to know about how much the NBA legend means to him, and these earrings are his way of carrying that legacy with him, further inspiration to follow in Kobe's footsteps. The main place that Saquon Barkley is trying to make an impact is at home, where he takes pride in being a father first, athlete second. His first daughter, Jada, was born in 2018. Dangerously close to his draft day. Saquon wrote in the Players Tribune, "I mean, if it's between the draft and my daughter's birth, my little girl is gonna win. Getting drafted is a dream come true. But as much as I love football, family is always first." Thankfully, Jada arrived 2 days before the draft, meaning Saquon could be in attendance for both. He and his now fiancée, Anna Cogden, who he met at Penn State, have since welcomed another child into the family, and the four of them got to share some special moments on the field before and after Barkley's first ever NFC Championship game, including some secret handshakes with his kids. Barkley also told the Philadelphia Eagles YouTube channel that the most important thing in his locker is a handwritten note from his daughter Jada, emphasizing just how important family is to the legendary running back. The Barkley gang had plenty to celebrate on the field after that NFC Championship outing. Not only was Saquon going to the Super Bowl for the first time in his career, but his hat trick of touchdowns was a big reason why, earning him Tom Brady's LFG award for the game. Barkley has earned a reputation for being a freak athlete, and you don't deliver at this level by accident. For Saquon, his most useful asset are his massive quads, which have earned him the nickname Quadzilla. Before being drafted second overall by the New York Giants, Barkley was going viral for his college lifting sessions. He could out-squat everyone on the team, including the linemen, and even set a new Penn State weight room record with a 405-pound power clean lift. This insane lower body strength is what gives him so much explosiveness and contact balance in the NFL, whilst also making him so hard to tackle. He told Men's Journal, "I'm not doing it to put on weight or to be a musclehead. Those 650-pound lifts are about helping me through a 350-pound defensive tackle. If I do a 405-pound power clean, that can make me explosive enough to make an NFL linebacker miss and help me jump over tacklers." These huge quads have literally powered Saquon to an incredible NFL career, and he maintains them with a brutal daily workout routine. After all, Barkley is the son of a boxer whose uncle was a 3-time world champion, so he knows how to put on muscle. His workouts begin with Nordic hamstring curls before moving into squats, hex bar deadlifts, Bulgarian split squats, and an advanced box jump. To maintain such a high level of performance though, Saquon also puts a lot of thought into what he eats. In 2024, he partnered up with plant-based food brand Silk, who aim to help people incorporate plant-based nutrition into morning routines through their Feel Planty Good challenge. For Saquon, this came in the form of a powerhouse plant-based smoothie that helps him get in the zone in the morning. Barkley told Essence that his attitude to diet is to simply ask, "What can I do to stay on this planet and have a life that has a lot of memories?" And it starts with eating. It starts with your diet and nutrition. I feel like adding more plant-based foods is definitely helpful. When Barkley isn't smashing it on the gridiron or working out, you might expect to find him on the golf course. He's a huge fan of the sport, even choosing to spend his 27th birthday on the course. Even better than that though, Barkley was able to share a round with former President Barack Obama as part of an event organized by Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie. For Barkley, the opportunity was special in more ways than one. Not only was he excited to play alongside a former president, but he was also eager to ask Obama about leadership. Barkley said, "It was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had in my life," and that he particularly noticed how kindly the former president treated everyone. If you've learned anything from this video, it is that Saquon Barkley looks to treat everyone with kindness, and his day with Obama only emphasized this belief. He told AP News, "I tried to do that already, but you always try to do it even more." One of the ways that Barkley lives by this belief is through his charity, the Michael Ann and Saquon Barkley Foundation. This foundation shares that its aim is to supply assistance to children, young adults, and families that have a strong desire for positive forward movement. Some of the ways that they do this is through their annual turkey drive, football camps, and by providing fans unforgettable experiences at Barkley's games. From these incredible charitable efforts to his investment goals and family-first attitude, Saquon Barkley certainly has his head screwed on right. But is there something you heard today that surprised you about his lifestyle? Let me know in the comments.